with our inevitable EV future upon us, there are still some interesting vehicles utilizing the internal combustion engine coming out soon to a dealership near you. A few of those vehicles I am actually really excited for. Now, I intended this to be a top 5 list, but instead we're gonna do a top 3. And this video is gonna be about my top 3 cars that I'm excited for that's coming out soon. Okay, so we're gonna start this list off with something very familiar, a Mustang. While there really isn't any specific model coming out that's exciting, the new generation Mustang is coming out, and it is kind of exciting because of the powertrain advancements it could be getting. Now, we're pretty sure that it will be getting a hybrid powertrain. Now, I, for one, don't have a problem with hybrids, and I actually think hybrid is the best solution between, you know, it's a great bridge between the EV world and our gas world. And I honestly wish more cars would go to hybrid systems. That way we can still keep the V8s and stuff and maintain a higher fuel economy average. Just kind of better all around. And you're not going to have to worry about replacing giant battery packs like you would in an EV if something goes wrong. So I think hybrids are the best way to go, and not only for efficiency and reliability, but you're also looking at huge performance gains from hybrid setups. I mean, some of the fastest cars in the world, hybrids. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited for the next gen Mustang and these hybrid powertrains. I think it's gonna be really awesome to see, especially when they do some all-wheel drive hybrid implementations. I think that's going to give these cars a huge performance benefit. And I think it's going to be awesome. So yeah, I'm personally excited about that. I'm excited to see how well these systems work and how much of a performance benefit they give these cars, because that's going to be next level if it all works out really well and does a really good job at enhancing performance. So that's going to be my number 1 on this list. So number 2 on this list, it's a little bit different than a Mustang. It's a lot different than a Mustang, and it happens to be a Toyota Corolla. One of the most exciting cars coming up is Toyota Corolla. Who would have thought? Not me, but yeah, I mean, Toyota's trying. They really are trying. Even though some of their stuff seems a little weird, especially with the co-developments between all these different companies, it kind of takes away from the purity, you know, for a true like Toyota enthusiast. But I think it's perfectly fine, some of these implementations that they do. The Supra, while it is a BMW, it is probably the closest thing to a Supra since the Supra. If you just take away the fact that BMW builds it, it is very Supra-like. So say what you want, but with that said, the Corolla and specifically the Corolla Gr, that is 100% Toyota. I think this is what the Corolla needed. See, the Corolla never had a performance variant. You know, they had the XSE, which was sporty looking, and you could still get a manual transmission, and they're quick. You know, they ain't fast by any stretch of the imagination, but they're quick, right? You know, but it's still like an economy car. It's really nothing special about it. But it looked like it should have been more than it was, and I think that's what it was missing. So ever since the rumors came out about this, and then slowly you start seeing Toyota teasing this GR Corolla, it really got me excited, because I would have considered a Corolla if it offered a turbo engine, all-wheel drive, and a manual transmission. Basically, you know, a super hot hatch. I love the hot hatches. I think they're great vehicles. I think they're good at blending practicality with fun and affordability. So I love the hot hatches. And with this GR Corolla coming out, you have, even though it's a 3-cylinder, I know, it's apparently a very stout little engine, and it can handle a lot of power, according to the people and what I've been reading that have been tuning it, that's in the Yaris GR that we don't get. So realistically, even though it's 3 cylinders, it seems like it's still going to be an incredibly capable engine. And once that paired with a manual transmission and all-wheel drive system, it's going to be a fun car. It's going to be quick, it's going to be fun, it's still going to do great on gas. And I think that is a winning combination, if you ask me. And theoretically, it all should come in, you know, around $30,000. So yeah, I'm really excited for affordable performance cars like the Corolla Gr. So that's number 2 on my list. Now, for not so affordable performance cars, but in the grand scheme of performance cars and the type of car it is actually very affordable. And one of the most exciting cars, honestly, that in my opinion I've been excited about since the Challenger Demon, and that's the Corvette Z06. I can't believe I'm getting excited over a Corvette, but I am. You know, when the C8 came out, you know, I'm a Ford guy at heart, but I love anything fast. And when the C8 came out, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it either. You know, it's polarizing. You go from something that's always been a front-engine rear-wheel drive car to a mid-engine rear-wheel drive car, and it almost looks like a Ferrari coming from a company like GM, who's notoriously copied other people's cars. You know, it's kind of part of their history. So it's kind of like, but it didn't do it for me, because even though the regular, you know, the current C8 Corvette is an awesome car, not having the powertrain and the sound and the performance to match the way it looks really, I think, sold itself short. And it was just weird seeing this Ferrari looking car with a normal Corvette V8, and it just didn't make sense. It was a weird combination of things. Once all the information started coming out about the Z06, I thought, you know what, if they can pull this off, this is the reason the C8 exists. You know, this will be the epitome of all Corvettes, even though it's exactly everything the Corvette never was supposed to be. Depending on how you look at it, because originally kind of was supposed to be a mid-engine car, but we'll not get into any of that. It's always been a front-engine rear-wheel drive car, and I think that was what the C8 was lacking. So now that we've seen the C8 Z06, we hear what it sounds like, we see what the performance is like, we know a lot about it. The engine is an engineering piece of art. It's incredible. I can't believe I'm saying that. It's GM, a company that's notorious for failures over the years of making these dual overhead cam V8 engines, yet they've seemingly have developed one of the most impressive V8 overhead cam engines ever. Not only did they do that, they made it a flat plane crank. They basically mass produced a Ferrari engine and stuck it in a Corvette that looks like a Ferrari. They literally made the poor man's Ferrari, and that's incredible. I think the new Z06, the way the engine sounds, the way it looks, the way it performs, it's finally what the C8 needed, and it excites the crap out of me. Even though the starting price is still what, like $89,000, I think they said. We'll never see one around that price, but even if you can get this car for $120,000, $130,000, you know, without some crazy markups, it is a steal of a car. I mean, think about it. You're not going to get a used Ferrari unless you go back to almost 20 years for that price. You're getting a brand new car with a brand new warranty that you can take to the Chevy dealership for servicing, yet it acts, it functions, it sounds, it drives like something that suggests it's twice its price. Even though it's still going to be a 6-figure car, it's literally going to be a bargain for what you're getting, the type of engineering, the type of platform, and the driving experience. So yeah, I am extremely excited about the C8 Z06, assuming that all of that actually is a reliable package, Corvette, GM, Chevy, they're all gonna have a super big winner there. And yeah, it's gonna be an awesome car, and I can't wait to see them out and about once they actually are in people's hands and people start messing with them and stuff. It's definitely something to be exciting about. But all in all, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it on my list, is the Mustang, the Corolla, and the Corvette. I know it's not really sounding the most exciting, but to me, they are the most exciting cars coming out here in the next few years. And, you know, they all have their good reasons, as I had just explained. So, yeah, that's my top 3 list of cars I'm excited for. Let me know what you're excited for. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Share with everyone you know. You want to see more content like this and you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Keep a lookout for the next true car enthusiast video.